Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 7 of our Transport Fever 2 Let's Play. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos. And if you're a returning viewer, as always, like and comment, let me know how I'm doing, and subscribe for more videos. So it has been quite a while since our last video, and I'm really excited to be back, get back in the swing of things, and start making some more Transport Fever videos. So I hope you guys are liking them, I hope you stuck around. And I'm really excited. So before we get started, I just want to say a huge thank you to all those people that have subscribed since I've been gone. I came back and we're well over 300 subscribers now, which is awesome. I don't even think we had hit 200 when I left. So that's super exciting to see, super motivating. And I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who subscribed. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into episode 7 here. And this stone train is actually... There's a specific reason that I wanted to start with this stone train, and it's this right here. This massive at-grade rail crossing. I have had so many comments about this rail crossing saying that it's just not realistic to have cargo at-grade crossing with high-speed rail, and the more that I think about it, the more that I completely agree. Mainly because high-speed passenger rail is extremely time sensitive, and you would never want high-speed rail to have to come to a complete stop in order to let cargo by. So I think what we're going to do is fix some of these at-grade crossings that we have. We have 3 major at-grade crossings between cargo and high-speed passenger rail. That was one of them. This is a second one. This one's definitely going to be the most intricate to try and fix just because of where it's located. Right here, kind of in this, I don't know, whatever, this cut through. And then the third is all the way down here. We have a third at-grade crossing that we're going to have to fix. So I'm excited to fix these. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think it'll just make everything run a bit smoother. So why don't we head back over to this one, and we'll start up here. So we're going to have to pause this because we're going to be tearing out a lot of what's going on. So let's just go ahead and come through here and carefully delete all of this cargo track through here. I'm also going to delete this siding track. We'll add that back in. But we're going to have to figure out how we want to fix this. And there are a couple ways that we could fix it. Either a flyover or a tunnel. And I'm thinking that we're going to do flyover. The reason being, so if we bring this back, actually the terrain's not too terrible. I don't know, I was going to say because the terrain would make a flyover more realistic, but... Let me see, if I kind of pull this over here, I could make that a bridge. Let's just do another bridge to see what we can get. Just using M&N to see how we can get this to work. Yeah, that's pretty... It kind of arches, which I don't really love. I don't want as much of an arch. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do... Oh, snapped. I'm going to move this out here just so I can try and get these pillars where I want them. So let's see. If I bring that to about there, that gets these pillars. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's pretty close. But I think that's okay. Now this, on the other hand, I don't love. So why don't we move this track out a little bit. So let's back it up a little bit more. And let's grab this track and kind of branch it off a little bit. Now we'll bring it over here, and now let's bridge this and see what we can get. I'll go to another bridge just to get our pillars. And you can see this is a problem right here. We have a collision with the pillars. So that works. Let's try and bring this down a little bit. That looks like it's about as low as we can get it. So here's what I'm going to do. What do we think? Maybe a green bridge. I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And now to try and get this slope a little bit better, I'm going to back this out a little bit. And try and get this slope to be a little bit more gentle. Like that. And then similarly on this side, I'm going to bring this down to maybe here. I actually want to try and get this to merge in a little bit smoother. So if I take this and try and merge it in here, yeah, that's 75 all around. We'll bring it out to maybe there. And now why don't I try and delete a couple of these to see if we can get a bit smoother slope. So we'll bring that up. And then we'll connect that up here. And then we'll connect that here. And now we've got a nice smooth bridge. Looks pretty good. Bypassing the high-speed passenger rail, and I think that's going to work a lot better. So now, as far as signals go, we need to add in some signals. So why don't I put an auto signal right there. That'll carry it to right here. Send that one back. I'll delete this signal out because that was an extra one. And now let's see. It looks like we're going to need another set right here. And then we're going to need another set here. Right after that merge. And now if we look at our lines, our stone line is taking that flyover. And then we'll come in here and I'll clean up all this, messiness off screen. But I think that that's going to work really well. Providing the flyover for the cargo will mean that the passenger rail doesn't have to interact with that at all. So now for the second one, I'm going to come over and do this one. It's a bit easier than the third. So let's take a look at this one and kind of think about how we want to fix this. So the way I think we're going to fix this is I'm going to separate this out. I'm going to delete this, and then I'm just going to delete all of this rail all the way back quite a ways because I don't want it to get right up next to this track because we need a bit more space to do a flyover. So let's delete some of this out. Maybe to about there. And now let's grab our high-speed track. We do need this to be electrified. And now we'll bring this over to maybe here. Let me see. So if I grab one of these, bring this out to about here. Just trying to see if I can get this to make a nice smooth curve around here. Yeah, it really doesn't want to do it. So let me see. Let's grab another bridge. Maybe we'll make this one green as well. And this one's not interfering with anything. So let's try and make it as low as we can. So it looks like about there is where we're going to get. So if we put this bridge in like that, and then drag this one following over, and maybe delete a couple of these out, and then we should be able to connect this up pretty nicely. Maintaining speed. I don't really like how it's dipping down there. I don't think that needs to happen. So let's delete that back out. We'll delete this back a little bit. Let's see if I can get this past this road. Yep, I just can. Comes right up against that road. I think that looks good. And now if we come in here with our signals, maybe put one in like right there. That'll bring us right up to this station, so we'll send one back. And now that's all doubled up. And if we come in here and look at our line, that functions. We have a nice flyover now. And now there's no interference with the high-speed rail. Perfect. So now, the third one that we're going to have to do is this one. And this is going to be the interesting one. I've thought about this for quite a bit. I think I'm going to tunnel it underneath. So I think I'm going to branch it off down here and run some tracks and then tunnel and come up over here. So let's clear out a little bit of space here to make this work. Let's just see. So if I So we can get 65 miles an hour there. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to level a little bit of terrain here. Just to give myself a little bit of space to work. Because I don't want this to snap. Because I need to get a little bit of sweeping motion here. We don't need this to be electrified, so let's do that. And then if I grab this and bring it around here, and then tunnel it, that's essentially what it's going to look like. So we can come in here, maybe delete out some of this. Delete these crossings. Like that. Ooh, and that train is actually now... It's not going to be able to get back onto that line. So here, why don't I do this? I'll try and get that train back onto this line. Like that. Let's see if it will. There it goes. So now I can pause it. Come through here, and then I'll delete all that. Scoot it right down that line. Okay. So now, I think if we grab this track, and I tie it in there, I want it to tunnel. So if I put this tunnel here, maybe right there, and then we can clean this up, and I think it'll look pretty good. And then that's going to tunnel there. It's a little steep, but it's not horrible. The speeds do drop a little bit, but I think this will work. So let's see, if I put that in, And then maybe to make it a little bit less steep, I'll delete out this track right up until there. And then I'll connect that in. And now we'll push that through. And then we'll grab this and we'll bring this back up here. Now we're probably gonna have to delete this road, give us a bit more space. That doesn't look very good. So let's back that out a little bit. So I'm gonna level off a little bit more terrain. Maybe up to here. I'm just trying to get that connection, that at-grade connection to look a little bit better. So why don't we level off a little bit of terrain there. And we'll redo this connection. So if I branch this off, and now it doesn't want to do it at all. There we go. So if I come up here, let's see, this is where our signals are. And now it's curving back in a little bit. So if I come up here and maybe delete out a little bit more of this so I can get a nice curve, I'll grab this inside track, connect it in right there. Yeah, and this is doing that same thing. So let's delete that out. Put that right there, and then we'll connect that in. And now I'll grab this one, I'll run it all the way up here. And now this one's going to connect in right here. And now we can come through and clean up a little bit of this. Just like that. Clean that up just a little bit. And now we just need to... Yep, so those are all working. And now we'll come back in here and signal this back up. So if I have my auto signal on, send another signal down to there. Send one back. And then we're going to need some signals right here, and then maybe a set right here. Then I might shift these ones down just a little bit. So now all of our lines should be working. So now if we let this run, that train's heading back, and we're gonna have to clean this up. But I think that this could look really good, honestly. We'll see though. We'll see how it looks once I've cleaned that up. But what this means now is that our passenger rail lines are not going to be interfered with, I think is the right way of putting it, by the cargo lines. Another thing, so moving on from that, another thing that I've been getting a lot of comments about is segmenting passenger lines. So for instance, if we look here at New Haven, I've got a passenger line coming in from Poughkeepsie that just runs between Poughkeepsie and New Haven. But then this rail line runs from New Haven all the way to Boston. It's running pretty well. It's making a good amount of money. But the passenger numbers are all different at all these places. So they're not it's not running maybe as ideally as it could. So I think what we're going to do is segment a lot of these lines. So if we come in here, I'm going to grab this Boston to New Haven. We've got a ton of money, so I'm not overly worried about what I'm about to do, but I'm actually going to sell those vehicles so that when I segment these lines, the vehicles can just go, you know, I can add new vehicles on and we'll just start over. So Boston to New Haven. I'm going to change this to just be Boston to Newport. And let's just start this over so that we know that it works. Boston to Newport. Yep, and I got to add crosses back in. Okay, so let's go through and add these crosses in. So there's a cross in there. We'll get rid of those signals. We'll add a cross in. I've had a lot of comments about this area in particular. A lot of people thinking that these are too sharp, that it's going to slow the trains down. Doesn't concern me that much because they're going to be coming into or leaving a station. So I think it's not the end of the world, but that's just me. You know, I think it runs just fine. This is another one, but we're going to have to add crosses in here. You can see this angle is going to be difficult to make it work. Too much curvature. And we're just going to have to kind of play around with this one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this work without reworking a lot of this station. Let's see. Let me think. Let's see what we can do. So, man, just to get a cross in here. What a nightmare. Can I put a cross on the bridge? Maybe. I still find it interesting that it let me put this cross in. Because now it's not letting me. So I can get that, but I don't think I can get this one. Nope. So what if I come like right to this bend? Nope, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. So let's think about this. How could we fix this? So one way that I could fix it, so if I delete this out, and I delete this out, and then I come in here and edit this. If I delete this, I'm just going to delete these because I want to recenter all of this stuff. So if I delete this out and then I add in some tracks and some platforms, so now that platform is still the same length. It's just offset. so now I can come in here and put these tracks in, and now I should be able to put a cross in here. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so that works. And now we'll reconnect these. And now I think I need some signals here. Yeah. Okay, so that works. Now we're going to need to come in here and put a cross in. Just like that. And now let's go down to the next station. This is a pretty long run. This one has a cross, and this one has a cross. Okay, so now this should work. So if I come back over to here, Boston to Newport, good. Boston to Newport. Now, the next line, this is going to be Newport to, what is this, New London? Yep, New London. A lot of new places down here on the south coast of New England. And we're going to go from Newport to New London. And why don't we make that a little bit more recognizable green. And I think we're having them wait for 60 seconds. So why don't we do that again? So we'll do 60 seconds at each location. Bring this back down, 60 seconds. Okay. So now Newport to New London, and now we need a new line, and this one's going to go from New London to New Haven. We'll make this like a blue. I think I hit cargo by accident, so passengers. Interesting. I don't really know why it's doing that. If I come in here to New Haven, let's see. Oh, I see now. There we go. So now it's using the high speed rail. Okay. And we'll have them wait for full loads here for 60 seconds. And now this one is going to be New London to New Haven. Perfect. And then we have the Poughkeepsie to New Haven. So now we need to get some trains onto these. So this siding. Oh, we have another at grade that I didn't realize. We'll come back and fix that in a minute. So let's see. I could probably use this siding to get trains on all of these. So if we come in here, and let's take a look at this. So this is not a very long run, nor is this one. So I'm kind of thinking, we don't have. I thought we had the electric multiple units. Maybe they're not American. Interesting. I could use one of these. I have one of these running already. Let's see, that's 2 million. And that's just 2 engines is what that is. Let's see, passenger. Let's see, I could use one of these New Havens. So this is 1 million to run. This is 1.9. So why don't we use one of these? That can go 117 miles an hour, and now we'll get some cars that can go that speed, so we'll use these. And maybe we'll get 4. We'll put this on the New London, New Haven. And now let's see what we have. See what we want to do for the next one. PRR. I might use one of these. I know it's not the most modern. It's not the fastest. But, you know, I kind of like to change it up a little bit. So if we were to use one of these, and then maybe we go with these streamlined coaches, maybe we get 4 of them, and we'll put that on the Newport to New London. So both of these should come out of here. So we have a diesel. We have a diesel running on this section. And now we have, if we come in here and we have, let's check our trains. Newport to New London, we have a train on there. So now we just need to get a train onto this line here. And I could also use this this depot, so I think that's what we're going to do. We'll go with electric. I want this to be the fastest that we can. Oh, this one actually is faster, 99. This one's only 87. I didn't realize that. So why don't we actually put this train onto the Boston to Newport. And now we'll come into here and we'll buy a new train. I'll use one of these. I'll use one of these for the Newport to New London. So now if we come in here, and we speed this up, so now this should go up to the Boston route. And this one should go quite quickly. Pretty sure, because if we come into here, we use these, so these go 93. Oh, and this goes 99. Okay, so we do need to change that. So if we come over here and we hop onto this Boston route, these cars won't work. These will limit the top speed, so we want these. So that can get up to top speed. It's going to slow down a little bit going through here. Pick up some passengers. Man, we have a ton of people that want to go over to New London from Newport. Is this that train? Yeah, it is. So why don't we come in here and edit this? We'll add on maybe 2 more cars. So that can now pick up 108. And then this one left, and this one should get all the way up to its top speed, 99 miles an hour. So we're getting there. 95. 99. There we go. And it should sit there all the way up to Boston. We have a decent number of people wanting to come back. Man, though, Falmouth. Tons of passengers. So where's this train at? So if we come in here, Boston to Falmouth. So this has mediocre performance. So let's see if we put one of these on there. Give it a bit more performance. Because that has 4,500. Yeah, so it's double. It's double the performance. And then we can come in here and add on a couple more cars. So now that's got 133 capacity. Let's find this. And you see now that has 2 engines on it. This should just fly now. And it's got a ton of capacity. 133, which is going to be great because we got tons of people that want to go down to Falmouth and a ton of people that want to go back up to Boston. So let's see how we're doing here. So Newport to New London, ton of people wanting to go back. Not that many that want to go up to Newport though, so I think we're okay with that train. It didn't even fill up on the way back. But again, now we've got a ton of people that want to go to New Haven. and a ton of people that want to go back to New London. So this train 100% needs to be as big as we can make it. So and let's see, the top speed of this train, let's see if it even can get close. It's 117. So let's just see if it can even get... this is a pretty long run, actually. So why don't we come into this train, and we'll do the same thing that we did to that last train. So if we go multiple unit, we'll add on one of these, move it up to the front, and then we'll max out the length. So we can go to 226. Now this should pick up a full load right away. And now it'll take off, go in the other direction. It should get up to speed, I think. But let's see. It's going uphill, so that's going to slow it down a little bit, but now it's going to go downhill coming the way back. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get there. It's going to get close, though. So, another thing that I was thinking. So, if we come in here... and convert some of these to trams. Tram track. And I think we're going to go ahead and put some trams in here. I think I have it coming down this way. And then running right down here. So now that's all tram tracks, and now we can go ahead and put in a tram depot. Why don't we put it in up here? This is kind of our industrial area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a street to build on if they want to. And then I'll go ahead and put this tram building in here. So now we got some trams. So if we come in here to, let's see, these two lines. I want to sell all of these vehicles. And now we'll come in here and buy some vehicles. So these Toronto tram cars. Got these Pittsburgh ones. We'll probably go with these Pittsburgh ones. They got a little bit more capacity. The same loading speed. They're just a little bit slower, but I don't really think that that's a big deal. So why don't we buy 4 of them? And we'll put 2 on the clockwise and 2 on the counterclockwise. And honestly, I might want more than that. It's just we got 80 people up there. But yeah, I think that that'll help. That'll help move some stuff around. And now if we come up here, so we're producing construction materials up here. And I think we could do with another vehicle on there to move some construction materials. This is running out of sand. We've got a sand train leaving now with 108. So let's go on here and let's take a look at this sand train. So let's see, we could probably make this a little bit bigger. So we can max that out, 238. I don't know if it's going to fit in one of these stations. I can't remember what the size... It might fit. Oh, that's a pass-through. I don't think this one is, though. Oh, it is. Yeah, so that'll definitely fit. Perfect. And then this is just filling up with fuel. How are we doing moving this oil sand? Looks like we could get a few more vehicles on this. Why don't we get maybe 4 more to move a little bit more oil sand? And I think that'll work nicely. So, another thing that I was hoping to do today is expand our passenger rail line. And I want to bring a rail line up here to Worcester. And I think I'm going to tie it into New London here. So I'm going to branch off this or this high-speed rail right here. So let's see, if I grab it maybe here. And it's colliding there. So if I bring that kind of all the way to the edge there, and then we can tie it in with this existing rail corridor, run it up through this station, through both of these stations, and then bring it up here to Worcester. I think that that would work really well, and I think that we would get some pretty good passenger numbers on there. So let's see, if I bring that to there, and then tie this in here. Looks like about there is where I can get it. Bring this back. And then we'll tie that in right there. So now we have passenger rail. We still aren't conflicting here. And now we've got passenger rail up here, high speed. And now this can run all the way down this rail corridor. Connect in here. And just to make this easier on myself, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to add in these tracks in the station. So that if we ever have to edit it, it's just a little bit easier. I'll come in here and do the same thing. So we'll add those tracks in, grab these, connect these up, just like that. We're still hitting our top speeds, which is really good. And now we just need to figure out where this station is going to be in Worcester. And I might do something a little bit odd. At least it might seem odd to start. I think I'm going to put the station kind of angled this way, east and west, because eventually we're going to have a rail line, a passenger line that comes right from Boston, ties in, probably goes through Springfield and then up to Lee. And I want to prioritize that movement rather than this north-south movement. So I think I'm going to end up having this kind of curve in a way that might seem a little odd. So let's come through here and kind of add this station in. I'm just trying to see, so it's coming from there. So I think if we put it like right here, this will work. So why don't I add this road in first? Oh. So if I come in here and I add this road in, we'll give this bus lanes, just trying to plan ahead. And then we'll come in here and we will add this rail station in. I want it to have high-speed track. We'll add that in right there. Just like that. And I guess I could have really planned ahead and made this 2 platforms, but, you know, is what it is sometimes. Add these in. Just like that. And now we can go ahead and grab this track. And looking at the terrain here, we got a massive, massive hill here. So there's a couple ways that we could do this. I'm going to start by disconnecting this road. getting it kind of out of our way. And I think we're going to try and not tunnel it. Well, we're going to have to tunnel it through here for sure. So let's see if I grab this outside track. And I bring it down to here. Ooh, maybe we could bridge across there. That might look cool. So if I bring it to maybe there. Let's just... Oh, wow, that's a huge bridge. That bridge is way taller than I thought it was going to be. That's also a much longer span than I thought it was going to be. So let's see. 1, 2, 3 major contours. So 1, 2, 3. It's about level. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see it. Let's see how it's going to look. I don't know. And then let's see, I might bring it around here. Bring it down a little bit. And then branch it right into here. So I think I'm going to use those platforms for the east-west route through to Boston and Springfield. So I think I'll grab this and bring this in here. And we'll bridge that up. So now let's go ahead and grab this second track and just double this up. So we'll just carry this through. Bring it right down to here. It's a pretty sharp curve. I think that's okay though. It's not the end of the world. And now we can go ahead and signal this up. So let's get some auto signal. And we'll signal all the way down here. It's going to run right to here. So we'll send that back. And then we'll add a couple signals there. That should bring it all the way back down here. Just going to move that one back a little bit. And now we come up here. Add in a couple signals. Come up here and add in a few signals. That'll bring it right to here. Send that back, and now we'll add in some signals right there. That should work. And now I'm going to want to add in another passenger platform on the outside for this line. So now we'll bring this up here. We back that out a little bit. Let me see. So if I delete these signals, tie that in here. I don't love the way that that's bending. That looks a lot better. And now we'll come in here and we'll add those signals back in. So now that will be able to just go right into there. Share this track, branch off here. We got all the signals, and it'll come right up to here. So now let's preemptively give Worcester a little bus network going through here. So if I run this along the backside, and then right down this main road. Connect that up. And now let's get some buses. So we'll want Counterclockwise there. Maybe there. Let's see, that reaches all the way to about there. I think what we're going to do is probably move this truck stop. What is this dropping off? Food. So the food comes in on this road. Maybe we'll have it drop there instead. Yeah, just like that. We still have to reconnect that, but I do need to add in some bus stops. And then maybe a stop there as well. And I'll add this road in, just to give them a little bit more connectivity. So now let's set up these new lines. So the first one is going to run like that. Let's see, at 9th Street, is this on the right stop? There we go. Like that. And then we'll add a new one, and it will go the opposite direction. And at 9th Street, yeah, do that. Perfect. And let's make these blue. And let's see, so now this is going to be Worcester, bus to train, and this is the clockwise one. And then this is the counterclockwise one. And now I think I have a depot around here. I do. So let's come into here and we'll get some buses. Maybe 2, and we'll put 1 on each. So one on clockwise and 1 on counterclockwise. And now let's set up a new line. So this is going to be Worcester down to New London, and I think we're going to put this on platform 4. We'll make this not orange. We'll make this like a purple color. There seems to be an issue, and I know exactly what it is. This needs to be a double switch. So now that's functioning. We want this to wait for full load for 60 seconds, as we're doing with all of our rail lines. And now this will be Worcester to New London. And now we need to get a train onto there. So let's use this depot again. And I think we're going to go with one of these Zephyrs. Let's get this on the Worcester to New London route. And now we still need to reconnect this road. So let's grab this, and I think I'm going to connect it in over here. We'll make this tunnel as short as we can. Nice, and then we'll come through here and just smooth this out a little bit. Just like that. So now we've got passengers, we've got that set up. It's looking really good. And let's see, where's that Zephyr at? Did that already leave? Not yet, maybe. Maybe it already, yeah, it did. Let's see if we got passengers here. Yeah, we got 13. Okay, nice. All right, guys. I think this is going to bring this episode to a close. Sorry if I was a little rusty getting back into it, but I'm really excited to be home and to be, back, getting to work, making some videos. I hope you guys are enjoying them. And as always, if you guys have anything you want me to try out, any tips for future videos, please let me know in the comments. And please consider subscribing to the channel. It means a lot when you subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I love that you guys are enjoying the videos, so hopefully, I continue to make some good content, and we can have a lot of fun. So, as always, like and comment, let me know how I'm doing. Subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.